In larger metropolitan areas across the country, a particularly interesting question is, where are buyers going to be choosing to live? And that's something I thought I'd talk about today. Much of their decision making will revolve around governmental policy and government's influence on land supply. Clearly in markets which are more constrained, you're going to see denser neighbourhoods and demand for denser product. That isn't applicable across the country. So where will people buy? Well, you have to look at it from a demographic perspective. Millennials, for example, who currently live in rental apartments downtown or alternatively still with their parents, are going to create households and move out. But where are they going to move to? I personally believe they're going to move into what I define as ex-urban neighbourhoods, where they can have 1 foot in the city and 1 foot out. They're looking for safety, security, and when they have children, schooling. These things are going to be remarkably important for them. But it's unlikely that many of them are going to choose to move out to the suburbs, at least not yet. Now the baby boom generation, who are looking to downsize, they're the ones living in the larger suburban houses. We'll see them choose to move closer into town as well. And what's going to be interesting is, as they move out of these larger houses, there'll be adequate supply for the millennials as they grow to move into those particularly large homes. In fact, it's unlikely we'll see builders building more of these so-called McMansions, because I believe that there will be adequate supply coming from these move-down buyers. Some will also pay to walk. What that means is they will pay more to live in more walkable urban neighbourhoods. And finally, we're likely to see more and more demand coming for people who are interested in living in transit-oriented developments. These are areas close to mass transit lines, where they can get in and out of the city, but still have a neighbourhood feel to them. In all, we're going to see an evolving demographic, which is unsurprising. More people looking to move into the city as more people look ultimately to move out. What will be interesting to keep an eye on are how developers will look to address this growing demographic demand for housing, which is currently not necessarily available in many of our markets.